Hey, Coffee? I think I'm having a little bit of an identity crisis here. I'm a video game trapped inside your body, and I also think I'm a bird. I think you broke something, just to let you know. Welcome back to the Desolate Hope. Whenever you close the game and restart it again, you're not in the simulation anymore. You're outside. So we're gonna have to solve some more things with Malwastes here. He has some problems with the virus, and at least we know where the virus is now. Maybe we should try messing with that virus. I'm kind of ill-equipped to do so, though. Yeah, that might not be a great idea after all. But welcome back to the Malwastes. Minor inconvenience having to walk back to these simulations after you open a program again. And also, this attack really stinks. I don't like it at all. It takes so many hits just to kill these basic enemies to drop health. And also, all of my charge thingies are gone, too. So, they said that the virus is somewhere in this underground mine, which they use these masher blocks to deal with. And I guess they mine by letting their coffee machine shoot lasers at things. We also got some enemies down here that drop speed power-up things. Almost every level will have one enemy that'll drop the particular power-up you need, and they're usually plentiful about it. And yes, these spiker things will hurt. It's better to let that mashy guy just take care of the blocks for you at this point, because your lasers take a ridiculously long time to kill these blocks. It's like 10 or 20 shots, I'm not sure which. It's a while. It is indeed a while. I wish I had a melee weapon like that guy, but I don't. I wish I had a melee weapon like that guy, but I don't. Maybe I'll keep killing them and one of their pieces will fall off. And this is just rude. Scott, that's just rude. I don't like when you put walls in my way that I have to destroy. It's gonna kill my X button doing this, and I don't like that. I don't like that in the least. Break faster. You are a coffee robot that is also a mining robot that's also a video game, and yeah, maybe he is suffering some kind of identity crisis. I've been reading through the manual. The little video game dude that we're playing inside of Coffee's body, his name is Deco. Oh, hey, you look like a virus. You're going to have to go away now. You are missing Malwastes' good feelings. Any of them he has left, anyway. He's kind of weird. And weird in a bad way. Not weird in a good way. I can't even get up there. What the heck is that thing? That's the virus. The virus is trying to steal rocks. We need to stop it. And whenever we fight a virus, we'll get the derelict copies, the derelict virtual reality guys to come and help us. But I don't think I want to fight any viruses right now. For one very specific reason. The viruses are actually kind of tough if you're not prepared correctly. What I am going to do is I'm going to make this virus's day a living heck, because I'm going to go and mess with that fissure now. When you go into subspace, all time stops, and we don't have much of the daytime left, indicated by the clock in the top right. Yeah, we got a day lasts about 10 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer than that, maybe about 15 minutes. I think we got a couple minutes left to be in the simulations. What I need to do is get to the top floor of this area. A lot of the areas are set up about the same way. They usually have 1, 2, or 3 levels. The last area is actually kind of a maze. You'll see that as we get to the last area. Hey, yellow eggs! I love yellow eggs. Give me more yellow egg. You have a yellow egg for me. Time to enter subspace. This is what it looks like. It changes from a platformer to some kind of Zelda-like game. And we have a companion with us, a little bunny companion, which does absolutely nothing. He's just there. I don't know what the heck he's supposed to be about. But our attack kinda stinks. This is as far as it goes. And we have to be looking for secret passageways. Top and bottom ones you can walk through. The side ones you can shoot, which is why I'm shooting the walls like crazy. And we get randomly attacked by enemies like this. Kind of a leftover thing from the Desolate room, where you go into areas much like this, where you're a wireframe, and you fight enemies using charges and such like that. Very similar. Ah, this is a great many enemies. You know what this whole sub-game, subspace thing reminds me of? Blaster Master. When you're playing as Guy. Except the hitboxes are a little bit better. And it's not as tedious. It's a little tedious. Especially if you don't know where to go. Ah, secret wall! Open up. I want secret wall. I have secret wall now. Secret wall has gotten me pain. Do not touch enemies, do not touch bullets. Regular laws of video games. Maybe it's not a video game at all. Maybe this is just like a graphical representation of virus extermination. Just because we're a video game, it looks like a video game. That's a pretty interesting concept right there. As you can see, Bunny Guy only has one purpose in life. He eats the cabbage left behind by enemies, and I get some bits. This is a great way to get a great many bits. Look, I have 33 of them already. He gets about 3 to 5 from every bit of cabbage we find. And if you go back to previous rooms, you might respawn enemies, like this guy. Luckily, my bullets also his bullets. And those giant enemies drop 3 cabbage. Have fun, little guy. You have fun. I'm gonna find the secret room. There's a virus doing bad things in here. Aha! Mr. Fissure, I presume? Also, you can't kill those skeleton guys, so you have to find a way to, like, hide from them. And just fire on this thing until it explodes. Yeah! And a new conditional! What is conditionals? Well, I guess I could explain what's going on with Boxcar now. Once this loading screen's done with, at least. We're gonna see that every single time we leave from subspace to a simulation. You just can't tell the difference, I guess. Hey, this ain't the way to Boxcar. Darn it! I took the wrong turn at Albuquerque. Okay, where is a lift? Give me lift. Do not give me spiky, guys. I wasn't paying attention. I was watching my time. I see that we have 7 minutes. And I ran right into Spike. I got Spike in the face. The time is 7 o'clock and it's time for Spike. Alright, right over here is where I need to go. I could try buying some things now, like I could go back to Algo and buy some of those upgrades he's selling, but no. I'm saving this money for a very specific purpose. This is why I don't want to fight the viruses right away. Alright, Boxcar, we're gonna explain this now. This is your conditional screen. You unlock a conditional for every sub-game you go through. Like you see, I just got take damage. And you could set it, it's kind of like Final Fantasy XII's Gambits. You could set it to do something when something happens. Like, if my combo meter fills, I'll let it use Charge Tweak, which is a really good skill that I like using. It doesn't really come into play until you have a whole bunch of conditionals set to Charge Tweak. How about critical hit? 1 second stun isn't all that great. Minigame autoplay, that's great if you have a minigame conditional, which I don't have yet. How about critical hits will give me Taser Strike. That'll slow down enemies. And take damage on heal. This is pretty much a required thing. You get hit by something like a virus, you'll heal a little bit, which is good for staying alive. But I don't really have a lot of conditionals. My battle strategy pretty much involves having all the conditionals. So we really can't mess around with that just now. I can hit tab and leave this place, but you can also leave by going back to the console right here and pressing down. And the teleportation animation is the same for either tab or doing that. We will be forced out of simulations if nighttime comes, though, so we can't do that. In fact, it's almost nighttime. It's time to enjoy the nightlife! Hey, Frozen Guy, do you want to join me for some nightlife? No? You're broken? You kind of remind me of the giants from La Milana. You know, the frozen ones. It's nighttime now! We can leave the station! We could find some items for the derelicts. They've kind of gotten some obsessions going on here with certain items. If you give them some more, and, you know, enable their addictions, they'll be stronger the next time we fight a virus. Basically, it's like a level up. But the thing is, we can only go and get 6 items from nighttime. And we can only carry a couple. But I really like nighttime. Because of the music. And just this general feeling of loneliness. Scott wasn't playing around when he said the desolate hope. It feels very desolate out here. Sometimes I like to just come out here and just reflect a little bit among the stars. Is it really pointless to go through all this and get bits? The answer is yes. That's a resource capsule. We could get bits from that next time we go into a simulation. I want a great many of those. Having bits right now is a lot more important than having levels. And we can only carry 2 at a time, so fast travel back to the station. Now, we deposit the resource materials, the resource capsules, right at Coffee herself, right here. I said her because the eyelash thing. I think he's referred to as a him, though. I don't know why, it's psychosomatic. And I think we also get a little bit of resources. Yep, resources recovered, 5%. You could actually go above 100%. I've gotten like 250% before. But that's 400 bits added to my next simulation incursion, which is actually very, very, very helpful. You would not believe. You could become a juggernaut of unstoppable force by collecting bits early on. I wonder what else is out here. In fact, this game requires me to change position on my keyboard a lot of times because I don't need Z and X out in the real world. Well, this game's giving me a great many bits. I'm happy about that. Give me more bits. Actually, for the viewer's sake, can you give me something else besides bits? Like a clock! Who is BioBeta? Well, I'll tell you who BioBeta is. BioBeta is the jerk robot. We're gonna earn some favor with the jerk robot because, you know, maybe he's a softie at heart. Maybe he's just a jerk because he's angry. He can't move around the station anymore. So, I'd be angry about that too. Ah, a clock for you! Now you can put it up on your wall next to your other clock. And now, BioBeta is level 2. It's kind of like an RPG in that way. But we really haven't seen what levels for the derelicts let us do. We'll get to it, eventually. Don't you worry. Let's just enjoy a little bit more of the nightlife. The screen changes every time we leave the station. Now we got a planet explosion going on in the background there. It must be one of the moons of Lune Infinus. I'm gonna call it Lune Infinus now. In fact, I think that might be the main planet. We're just on a moon of it. I wonder if there's even any atmosphere out here, or is that one of the simulations we're going to run across, giving this place an atmosphere? Mirad! Mirad is the lady-looking robot. And she loves paintings. She loves paintings of a nice sunset. The item spawns are really random. And sometimes you can get faked out, like a star will appear above the background for a little bit and you think it's a blink. That's not a blink. It's just a star. You can't collect those. They'll burn up the station. Man, this place is expansive. Actually, there is a thing we could find out here, but you have to do something very specific. Ah, another clock for BioBeta. Good. I'm actually going to try and get that special item, like, right now. If I can. I don't know if I have enough nighttime left to do that. The nighttime runs a lot faster than the daytime. I think nighttime is about, 5 or 6 minutes. Here you go, you jerk. Now you're level 3. Enjoy. And Mirad is down here in the yellow room. Is it Mirad or Myrad? I'm gonna call it Mirad. Why the heck not? I learned from Mirai that you pronounce M-I as me. Or is it Myrai? I don't even know anymore. I don't understand my pronunciations. I'm just a coffee pot. Come on. You ask too much of me. I'm an antivirus. I'm a simulation dude guy. I go out and get your resources. I need a pay raise. I definitely need a pay raise. I think I'm gonna have a talk to Coffee. Who the heck are you guys? No, do not want. What's the Space Invaders doing here? Once you collect 6 items, Deco starts entertaining himself. These enemies aren't real, but you can get real bits off them. But only one at a time. And they'll keep on respawning if you scroll them off the screen or kill them all. That's an interesting way to get bits. Interesting way to make this desolate area a little bit less desolate. You just play a little bit of Space Invaders. Play a video game inside your brain. You can do it. You have the most powerful computer in the world. Right inside your head. Think about that. You have an 8-pound computer inside your head. And no other computer can match it. Not that fancy gaming rig you have sitting in your living room. Not your Wii U or your Xbox. Your brain is the most powerful video gaming console you have. So you should play games on it. You could play the most realistic game called Real Life, but I don't really recommend that one. It's not as fun as it sounds. Oh no, nighttime! I spent too much time messing around. Oh well, I'll have to do it another time. I must be faster to get that secret item. If you can get to the very end of the level without, after getting all of your items, you get something special. At least that was an interesting incursion. We have some levels, and I have a great many bits, so next time on the Desolate Hope, I'm just gonna walk up and down this hallway for like 15 minutes. I'm sure you guys would enjoy that. No, actually I'd just do something with bits, but I'm gonna do the hallway thing right now. Good night, folks.